Good morning. Please forgive my appearance. I just want to talk to you for a minute. This is kind of lengthy, so if you could please just stay to the end. So, yesterday, my 20-year-old son was having a mental health crisis. And generally, what he does is pace back and forth to calm himself down. He talks to himself, he works out whatever it is he's going through. And this is how he calms himself down. Sometimes it's pretty quick, and sometimes it could take hours. So last night, when I got ready to go to bed, he was in the backyard. He was pacing back and forth. No big deal, no problem. Probably like 11:30. Very late for me if you know me, but I knew that I had to watch him. So I couldn't go to sleep because I knew that I had to watch him. So at about 1 o'clock in the morning, my cameras and my alarms started going off to let me know that someone was walking close to where the alarms are set, the cameras are set. So I look out the window and he's in the front of the house. And he's out front, and he's pacing up and down the sidewalk. But he has a black hoodie on. And he has the fucking hood over his head. Because I'm looking out the window at him. And in the middle of my son working out his mental health crisis, I have to stop his process by calling him on the phone and telling him, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, Mom, I'm like, yeah, but do you realize that you're a fucking black man in a hoodie pacing up and down the street in a predominantly white neighborhood? Do you realize that, son? And he's like, I'm like, son, you're a black man in a black hoodie at 1 o'clock in the morning, pacing up and down the street in a predominantly white neighborhood. You can't do that. So, this part of this message is for those that cannot fathom or wrap their mind around why we have to say Black Lives Matter. Because you see, in the middle of a mental health crisis, I had to stop my son's process and tell him, you're not like everyone else. You don't get to work out your mental health problems in the middle of the night in a black hoodie, walking down in front of the house that you live in, because the sight of you is perceived as a danger. Do you know how it feels to tell my son he can't process his mental health in that moment because he has to first remember that he's a black man? So yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forevermore.